So welcome back to the campaign. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to make the campaign and battles slower and harder to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to the video where I go over all the mods we're using and why. For this campaign, we're playing as Thorek Ironbrow, who has resolved to reforge all the missing artifacts from the broken pieces scattered around the map, and of course conquering territory and crushing the enemies of the dwarves in the process. Okay, so at the tail end of the last episode, we captured Resetra, which completed the entire crater of the Walking Dead for the second time. We have now conquered this entire province, and this time we're just not going to hand it over to Krokgar. We've already gotten from him what we wanted to, which is the alliance. And at this point, because I want to hang on to Lamia, because I want to have the ability to build the tier 5 buildings in there, then I think it's worthwhile to just go ahead and hang on to the entire province. So the only thing that we have to worry about here in terms of completing, okay, we got some level ups here to take care of, all right. In terms of polishing off these guys, the City of Dawn, is that right now Doomglade is in such bad shape that we kind of have to reinforce this garrison, and because we pretty much burnt all of our movement over here, taking Resetra, that means what we're unfortunately going to have to do is recruit a lord here, probably immediately disband him after the end turn, but I just don't want to leave this settlement undefended. I'm really curious what Sigwald here is going to do. He'll attack this, I'm pretty sure, if we leave it undefended, because he'll win that. But if we recruit a lord and maybe give that lord a slayer, then I've become really curious what he's going to do. He might still attack it anyway, just sort of as a suicide assault, but he may not. He may do something else. So we'll find out. Let's go ahead and give ourselves, let's just see if there's anything here that's, I really do like the ward save, so that's a possibility there, the Ancestral Blood Valea. And the research rate and construction cost is not bad if I'm going to leave him. In fact, I may do that. I may, well, the problem is I've already got 3 lords. I really don't want to have 4 lords, because that's going to start taking up a lot of money. Although I could have 2 armies moving together, I should say 2 pairs of armies moving together. That's a possibility. Well, I might as well go ahead and recruit a lord with the option to keep him long term. So we'll get a lord here that would make sense for us long term. So we don't need extra leadership and immune to psychology. This is pretty good. I think I'm going to take this. I do like the melee attack, defense, and physical resistance. So yeah, let's go with that. Okay, plus that'll be, he alone can probably defeat this army depending on how many, on what kind of magic this guy has. He's only level 1, so I don't expect that Necromancer to be able to do very much to our Dwarf Lord here. But just in case, do we want to recruit some Slayers or any of the other regiments of renown? What's the cheapest regiment of renown that we can get? 600 right here. Well, actually this Yoked Carnosaur is 0, but he's 448 per turn, which is, that might be kind of fun, actually. That might be kind of fun. It's not the most cost effective, but we can afford it. And what I obviously need to do then is I need to transfer it over to one of the other armies here, but we could do that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's have some fun here. Let's take our yoked carnivore. There ain't no way he's going to win this fight now if he decides to attack. Okay, what else can we do here? We can level up. Let's just, I guess, get in the habit of leveling up everything here. None of it's great for us because it's all unpleasant climate. But it is what it is. We'll go ahead and get economic buildings in here eventually, but they just won't be as effective. We're pretty far away from having an income of 6,000 per turn. We do need to raid Scarbrand. We can knock out that grudge. And since this is a grudge, this is a priority because it's not just a regular objective that gives us a reward, but it's also a grudge that will build up over time and be problematic, and we already have enough trouble up here with our grudges. So, and then of course I have to remember that we've got a battle down here to fight at some point. We're fighting Empire forces. That's a fairly strong, especially with reinforcements expected. That's a fairly strong army. I don't know that. I may have fought it before with Thorek, but I don't remember if I have. And so that may be a pretty tough quest battle, or it might be easy. I don't know. All right, so let's keep, I guess we've already got the red line as far as we're going to go with him. May as well just keep improving his... I do like Rune of Slowness because it's hard to chase things down as dwarves.
I'm listening.
Okay, and you... I think you've already got all of the rune magic that we want. Let's go ahead now and start... Be nice to have somebody who can do some assassinations if we need to. This guy just hit 20, so that's great. He's immortal now. Definitely like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get you... Scarred Veteran, I suppose? Nah, you know what? Let's undo that. Let's go ahead and give him Assassinate also. We might want to have a little bit of flexibility in terms of our agents. Okay, and then you obviously need Route Marcher, and what do I want to give you here? I think... What's your trait? Okay. Well, we'll make you better in battle. Don't know how soon we'll build up your army because it's not going to be now. Because...
Can I help you? Casting the runes.
I actually want you to start giving your troops over to is it what's his name up? Not up here. Up here. Tecton, yeah. How could I forget Tecton? Okay. Because I think right now Thorek has the troop distribution that I want to keep with him. He doesn't need long beards. I think the Quarrelers are going to be the backbone of Thorek's army thematically. Warriors are good, especially high-level warriors, high-rank warriors. They're going to be just fine as a front line. The Ironbreakers as well, plus the heroes. So this is a pretty strong army right now as it stands. We want to get those long beards up here into Tecton's army. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish off everything here. We want growth. Growth above all else. And check our diplomacy out. Okay. Time to go ahead and find out what they are going to do with this army right here.
Can you see I'm busy? The runes wait for no one.
Well, what does he want? Join a war against the bowmen of Orion. Is there any reason for us to do that? I'll take a look at the bowmen of Orion over during our turn. And if we do decide to go to war with him, I can probably ask for a little bit more money than he was just willing to give me. This is interesting. This is the first time in the campaign that we don't really have an immediate enemy. And we have our choice. It's actually kind of, I think it's the first time in any of the 3 campaigns that I've got going on right now. The Kugath, the Kazrak, and the Thorek campaigns. This is the first time in any of them that we've been able to choose an enemy. Alright, what are you gonna do here, buddy? Nice. Decisive victory. Well, obviously we could auto-resolve it, but I want to see... this, this yoked Carnosaur in action. And this is good. I'm assuming we'll win this. I can't imagine why we wouldn't. And then that will be the end of the City of Dawn. And another one bites the dust. Alright, let's go ahead and get all of you guys. Even though these things are actually the ones I should be putting in the front because they are... because we don't care about casualties with them. I'm still not going to because I really want to see the Carnosaur more than anything else. Let's speed this up until we're ready to charge in. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Not the most effective. It's impressive looking, but he's not wiping them out any too fast, is he? He's probably... what's he good against anyway? Let me select him here. He's armor piercing and he's anti-large, so he's completely not at any kind of an advantage against these chaff units right there. We'll go ahead and get him on the enemy lord here as well. That's more like it. Knocked him down, didn't do any damage to him though. Well, Mr. Carnus, there you go. Now you've done some damage. Yeah, just go ahead and wipe them out. Ah, he took some damage. Wow, that's interesting. A little bit unexpected. Alright, well, enough of that. Let's just go ahead and speed this up. I guess the damage he's taken is probably just from the spell casting by the Necromancer. I'm a little surprised at how long it's taking my Lord and Carnosaur to win this fight. Looks like it's happening pretty quickly now. I want to get him on him as well, because I would like to actually kill this Lord. Okay, so what I'm learning is the Carnosaur, this is not the most effective use of him. He gets distracted by... Okay. I guess my lord killed the wizard, the necromancer. Okay, well that was pretty inefficient, allowing my Carnosaur to take some damage because of the replenishment issues that we have. But that's okay. I feel like we have enough breathing space right now that little bit of inefficiency is just fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the Gorog here. I don't see why not. Definitely compared to what we would get from loot. And wouldn't you know it, the Necromancer survived. Because of course he did. And he's somehow healing, even though he's in enemy territory in March stance. How does that work, CA?
Do not mistake me for the fool.
Oh no, he's not healing. He has 5 troops. That's fine. That is fine. Let's go ahead and
Thorek Ironbrow.
chase after him, I suppose.
Dwarves never tire.
We can get this far if we go in March stance. In underway stance, it's definitely not as far.
Hammer and anvil.
You keep heading up this way.
Armed and ready.
You cannot reach either.
Terrain. No.
Yeah, that's definitely
If you dare.
a fight that we can win even if we don't take any precautions whatsoever. So we're going to do that. We're going to invite attack here.
Got then.
And you may as well press down from
As the High King commands.
from the north. We'll pin him in, basically.
Forwards.
Still getting a little bitty bit of replenishment in this province. Okay. Priority here, we've got... I think we have to prioritize that, but we could also do... We could also do this, or I could do more growth. I'm going to go ahead and do this, because we are doing some trading, and I do want to see with this resource, with this spice, what we can start making in terms of our forge. Okay. Alright. And at this point we've kind of abandoned all of our settlements, but they're in pretty defensible shape. If for some reason we were to get attacked down here, this is a little bit worrisome, but we do have walls, and we have 14 units. We have enough time, and we have Gotrek and Felix here, that we have enough time that we can do something to muster a defense if we were to get attacked down here. As long as it's not a really strong enemy. Okay, and then here, we're doing everything we can. Here, well, of course we can't afford anything. And that's fine. We're slowly getting our public order up here. We are slowly getting our public order here. And we are steadily getting public order here. Okay. Still just need recruit 3 more things to finish the grow your forces, but it's not a grudge, so there's really no urgency to it. Okay, research. Let's go ahead and do maybe Yeah, let's get some a little bitty bit of additional control. Try to get our control, public order issues straightened out. Go ahead and check diplomacy. Oh yes, I was going to look at this. Okay, so the bowmen here, I want to look at them on the actual map. What am I looking at? There they are, okay. Alright, so they have lost Orion's camp up here to Krokkar. Yeah, there's a nice buffer between us and him. He's fairly weak. He doesn't like us anyway. Let's go ahead and try this. If we join war against the Bowmen of Orion, what would you give us? A little bit more than you offered last turn. That's good. We'll take that. Okay, well, we now have an enemy, sort of, but not really. And...
what do you need?
Okay, nothing else to do there, so let's go ahead, I suppose, and... I'm not going to do any more recruiting. I'll worry about redistributing the units between the armies once we take care of business here against the City of Dawn. Let's go ahead and advance the turn forward again. Well, it looks like the Bowmen of Orion might be very much not long for this world anyway. Okay. So he's got no settlements, it's just a matter of where his last army is. Krokkar does seem to be a pretty strong ally for us right now. I don't trust him, really, but at least he is strong. I'm trying to remember now, do we have a defensive alliance with Krokkar, or is it a full alliance? In other words, will he go to war with Skarbrand with us if we declare war on Skarbrand? And I also need to check out Manfred's strategic situation. Who all is he at war with? Alright. Just gonna keep being a nuisance, aren't you? Okay, Tecton got a trait. We'll take that. Got a little bit of population surplus. Never a bad thing. We encountered Sudenburg. Okay. This is all fine. Can we reach to attack? We cannot. That's annoying. Can we reach with Tecton? We cannot. That's also annoying. Well, we're just going to have to pin him in then, aren't we? So Thorek now, we don't need Thorek to continue chasing this guy down. I'm fairly certain that between the other three armies, they would be able to... Apologize about the phone there. The other three armies should be able to take care of that. Or, for that matter, any one of them. But I want to redistribute units between those three armies. So we'll go ahead and leave these three over here on the Eastern Front. And we're going to go ahead and now start sending Thorek. Why suffering attrition in desert? I don't think I want to do that. But I need the movement. So I'm going to do it anyway, even though I don't want to. Hopefully it's not very much attrition. It's not nothing. If anybody missed it the other day when I explained this, my phone, even when I turn it on to vibrate mode and turn off the ringer, it still keeps ringing. Or actually it does most of the time, but not always. It's always the kind of behavior you look for from a phone as to whether or not it's actually going to function the way it's supposed to. Okay, let's go ahead and block him in this direction. Why would... That's considered desert, huh? It looks like forest to me, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and move him then into use underway stance. It's fine. And we'll put him pretty much... I think if we put him here, there shouldn't really be anywhere that he can go. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything except attack one of us. And meanwhile, Labaris, not vulnerable anyway. Okay, so this reminds me while I'm thinking about it, we've got spice. What does that mean in terms of things that we can forge here? Can we forge anything good? So far, not so good. Ironbeard's Ring. Weakness to fire damage. No, not really of interest. Okay, what about down here? Old Guard's Cave. Well, obviously what we really want is the Iron Warden's Tankard, so we really need pottery for that. Alright, so far still kind of disappointing from the old Oath Gold Forge perspective. Master Rune of Flight. Let's go ahead and, I guess, inscribe some of these runes that we can probably make some use of. We got enough lords floating around now to go ahead and make some use of these. And let's take a look at Tecton here.
The axe thirsts for war.
Magic items. It's Solaris. I'm missing the... There it is, right there. Guildmaster. Okay. All right. So the Master Rune of Flight. I think what we want to do is give that to one of Thorek's units. The Master Rune of... You know what? Let's see before actually... Let me do it like this. Okay. Do we need the Ranger Standard with Thorek? I kind of like... Actually, you know what? That Sapper would go even better with Tecton because he's the one who's already got the Siege Mastery skill, whatever that's called. So let's do this. Let's go ahead, and Thorek is going to be on the offense for the most part, so it's less important for him to have some of the more economic things like Brewmaster. So let's go ahead and give him the Rune of Flight, the Rune of Scoff Blackhammer. Okay, so we've given Thorek the Master Rune of Scoff Blackhammer, which gives him the bonus to weapon strength, and we have to find... We have an engineer, don't we? Do I not have any engineers yet? I don't have any engineers yet. Okay, well, we'll save the Rune of Flight for someone who can actually benefit from it. Seems like a plan. And so I didn't really need to clear out everything here after all, did I? So let's go back into the ancillaries. We'll go ahead and give him... Actually, no, I still want Tecton to have Sapper. Okay, good enough for now. Let's jump back to Tecton.
Summon me if you dare.
Let's give you the Sapper. You've already got your Dwarf Bride. Anything else that I want to give you? No. Okay. Let's just make sure that everybody who can get a student has a student.
All ways are best.
And it appears that
For the wisdom of Valea.
that is the case. Okay, so what we need to do now, let's go ahead and give our new Lord here some runes. He is a pure meleeer, so let's go ahead and why not? We'll give him that. We'll give him that. And we'll give him that. Sure, why not? No, we want Rune of... Do we want Rune of Might with him or Rune of Shielding? No, it's fine. Let's make sure that everybody is fully decked out in their
Lord of Garagazol.
character runes. They are? Okay, alright. Enough of all that. So, Lord not moved. That would be you. Let's go ahead and get you coming around this way as well. Close enough to reinforce Lamia, just in case Queek were to decide to attack us this turn. And building upgrade available. No real hurry, I don't think, to upgrade that. We'll save the money for now. And there's really nothing we can do yet. Okay, let's go ahead and just check the diplomacy one more time.
It is night.
Okay. So Krokgar is coming to help us. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm afraid you're going to be a little bit late for the party. Once again. Now, is he going to wipe out the bowmen? Okay. I forgot to check to see who Manfred is at war with, but it looks like he may be at war with Cetra. Sure looks that way, okay. Note to self, check to see who both Cetra and Manfred are at war with. It looks like they didn't actually fight the battle. Looks like Manfred, Henrik, Leicheberg there just retreated. A fight between the two of them certainly does us no harm, and maybe even a little bit of good. As long as one of them doesn't grow too big. Okay. Valiant defeat. Oh my goodness, look at all the units he recruited here. Alright, well. I shouldn't say recruited, he raised the dead. Obviously, the only one here that we care about is the Necromancer, so we gotta maybe see if I can get Tecton to lock horns with all of the other units and give our Carnosaur a chance to get in on the Necromancer. That's my strategy, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Don't see any reason for
Yes.
advanced tactics. Where is his necromancer? There he is. Okay. I don't want the Carnosaur to get real far ahead of my lord.
Move now.
Certainly don't want him to be fighting the entire army by himself. He's got units that are coming around the long way. That's actually not really much of an issue. The bats will still be able to be fast enough to get into combat with us, but
Kazoo.
whatever he was hoping to do with sending them in early is not really working. Okay, let's go ahead and get moving this way. Let's go ahead and get...
Today will be ours. Kill them.
Let's get our lord locked on the bats there. Our Carnosaur's not going to be able to outrun him, so... Oh, and we got some... Okay, they're locked in combat. Let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead, if we can get... Get our Carnosaur out of immediate danger here. Not that he's really in danger per se, but... As long as I don't lose my lord, I want him to be holding down all of the other troops. So, okay, this is not going to work. The dire wolves are going to stay on my Carnosaur, it appears. Alright now, guys. We want to punch through the zombies. And then straight on through into... Oh, his necromancer's healing. That's a problem. That is a problem. And my Carnosaur's getting distracted by other units, of course. Because of course he is. Alright guys, try to actually, you know, do what I'm asking you to. That would be ideal. Let's speed things up, but keep an eye on his spears over there. I just don't want the spears to engage with our Carnosaur. Perhaps I did not take this battle seriously enough, because he's healing much faster than we're doing damage to him. And our Carnosaur is really quite ineffective here. And about to get engaged by the spearmen. So let's make sure we can lock up those spearmen with our lord. See if we can get in a quick attack on him here. There we go. That was good. Now get out of there before the spearmen do anything to you. See if you can lock up those spearmen, please. You guys... I shouldn't say you guys, you guy. The dire wolves are just determined to stay on you, aren't they? And they're going to be faster than you. Alright. We did not do a very good job of locking down the spearmen. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit here. You have a minute. Not more, but you have a minute to fight the dire wolves. I'm really, really amazed at how poor in combat the Carnosaur is. I thought he was going to be a lot of fun to mess with, but he's not. Okay, speed up. Stay away from the spearmen, please. How are you doing up here? You can go ahead and see if you can do anything to his necromancer. Probably don't really want you in the trees, do I? Yeah, this is a tedious little mess right now. Just stay away from the spearmen. Okay, maybe now we can get you in. Come on, stop stopping. Yeah, wow, our Carnosaur, look at how much damage he's taken compared to what he's done. If we can get him down here, go ahead and fight the dire wolves for a moment.
We have scores to settle.
Okay, we've got that necromancer at least to the point where he can't really regenerate much more. Wow, we're losing that battle. We're losing the battle in melee with the Carnosaur against dire wolves.
Ready to strike.
It's embarrassing. Okay, how are we doing here? He's down to 752. Keep going here. Gonna take the spearmen a while to get here, so go ahead and attack them. Meanwhile, you stay on him. He's still at 750. There we go, 338. All I can say for this yoked Carnosaur is at least he's unbreakable. He's still at 338. And at least he's not rampaging. He is exhausted. It's unfortunate. There we go.
Attack the Urks. Shield bearers, ho!
Okay, I'm kind of assuming now that we'll still win this. He's crumbling right here. Stay away from the spearmen. You critical binding. You're now winning your fight. That's, well, you're not really fighting though. Just stay away from the spearmen. You crumbling the fellbats. Okay, wow, this turned into quite a bit more tedious fight than I was expecting it to, but I also didn't know he was going to raise quite so much in the way of dead. It's all fine. This is all fine. Still crumbling, but not very quickly. You guys, you're crumbling, but not very quickly. You guys, you are weak binding. We've got swordsmen coming, or skeleton warriors. Shouldn't exactly. It's very generous of me to call them swordsmen. Crumbling, critical binding, okay. How you doing over here? I kind of thought that when the necromancer went down that everything else would start to falter a bit more than this. Speed things back up again. If we can fight the fell bats by themselves, that would be ideal. In fact, go ahead and get the whole way back here. Okay, that's good. You can fight them now. You're far enough away from everything else, I think. You... Zombies, skeleton spearmen, skeleton warriors. I'm gonna focus on them. They seem like probably the biggest threat. Wow, my Carnosaur couldn't even win that fight against Fellbats. At this point, the best my Carnosaur is good for is leading some of his troops on a wild goose chase. It's not exactly what I anticipated from a dinosaur. Meanwhile, no, we don't want you fighting, we want you running. You've already shown that you can't win a fight against Fellbats, as embarrassing as that is to say. They are crumbling, but they're not crumbling very quickly, are they? $20. $19. Wow, combination of them crumbling and us attacking them, and that's how slowly they're losing models. 15. Okay. Well, they're going to keep crumbling for a while, so you just go ahead and keep moving and let them disintegrate now. Meanwhile, you've got the skeleton warriors down to 127. Not really great. Okay, it looks like the bats are finally gone. Alright, time to speed things back up again. Apologize that this has taken so much time. I had no idea this fight was going to go like this. Even on legendary difficulty with very hard battle difficulty and all of the AI stats maxed out, I did not anticipate this much trouble. Now we have to actually bring our Carnosaur in on this fight because our Lord is losing it. Let's go ahead and charge into them. And now plow through because I don't want the spearmen getting you. Wow, we're actually shaken now with our Lord. Let's hit the zombies from behind, maybe. Don't get bogged down by those spearmen, please. Hit the skeleton warriors. Hit these zombies. Come on, come on. Hit the zombies again. Okay, don't get stuck in there. Don't get stuck in there. Wow, okay. Alright, obviously in hindsight, had I known how ineffective this Carnosaur was going to be, I would have absolutely recruited another regiment of renown. I'm going to end up losing the fight, which is rather unfortunate. But now we know we learned a lesson out of it, and it's not like we've lost any settlements or really any armies that we particularly cared about. It's just a little bit embarrassing is all. he's about to die. Okay, well, that was not the greatest performance ever. I'm curious whether Inlag here is going to be destroyed. Is he going to be killed, or is he going to retreat? And if he does retreat, can he retreat far enough to not get attacked again? And does the Necromancer just get to bring himself back to life again? Okay, time to get the answers to those questions. Some of life's greatest mysteries here. Well, we very clearly did not retreat very far, and the Necromancer did not come back to life, but he did instead replace him with a stronger lord. So, I feel like I've already wasted everybody's time on the previous fight, so we're just going to auto-resolve this one, since we're not going to win it anyway. And we will deal with him with Tecton next turn. That's alright. I think I won't say it was worth it, but I learned a valuable lesson. And we're gonna get a grudge resolved out of this, so that's actually a good thing. All right. Well, I'm not gonna sweat that too much. I would like to go ahead and wipe them out, but unfortunately, we're gonna fight the battle manually, and I'm already out of. I guess we have enough time to fight this battle, don't we? We've got enough time to fight one more battle, why not? Is there any way that we could possibly lose this? I don't think so. Decisive victory. Let's fight it. Okay. That's fine. I'm not too worried about our formation here. Don't think we require any advanced tactics. This may be a custom map. I had forgotten. I went ahead and downloaded because I wanted to try out a map mod. And I don't remember ever seeing this map before, so either this is one that CA has added, or more likely it's that custom map mod. Seems like a... I don't want to say drab exactly, that doesn't do justice to, I'm sure, all the work that the mod author put into it, but certainly not a whole lot of barriers, it's just a big desert. Okay, let's go ahead and charge in. Everybody charge in. Or get yourself on a flank, one or the other. You go ahead and let's get you on the leader there. Let's go ahead and get firing. Does he have any... Let's fire back there. He doesn't really have any flankers to worry about. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you around behind, I suppose. You get in there on him. You're doing a number on those skeleton spearmen there, that's fine. Not really the ideal angle, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get you on them. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Actually, those, of course, they are a regiment of renown and rank 9. I was going to say, they're actually hitting better than I thought they would be able to. What is this ability? Bombards the area around the caster. That's good to know. That's a useful ability. Let's go ahead and get... Wow, you guys are taking some damage here. I guess that's from his lord. That, or I'm accidentally bombarding my own troops with my grudge throwers. Hopefully not. Just get you around like this. Actually, let's get you all the way over here. Maybe you can get a better angle in on them. His lord is going down.
Kill them! Dwarf warriors! Right! Attack! Right! Kill them!
Okay, at this point, it's all fine. We killed the lord. Speed things up. They're all disintegrating. Okay, the only real issue now is, does something from his army get raised from the dead, or are they finally destroyed? And the answer is... Take Gorog again. The answer is he's destroyed. Okay. That's good. That's good. Faction destroyed. Grudge removed. Okay. I'm happy with that. That seems like a pretty good place to go ahead and finish up this episode then. I want to take my time and for the rest of this turn. Not the most exciting episode of all time, and I apologize for that. I will do better next time. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully the campaign overall is still entertaining. And as always, I do appreciate your comments and feedback, and I will see you all in the next episode.